All right. Hello, guys and gals. Y'all hang in there with me? And we are live in the great state of Texas, Louisiana. Did I send this off? Oh, gotcha. I didn't bring my toothbrush with me. Hi, America. Fly Mackey here with Smart Money Culture TV. I'm your host tonight of the Fly Mackey Show. You know, the good thing about owning a network is I can come on anytime I want. Now, down the road, we're going to have we're adding new content creators, and we have some fantastic people, coming on board. So we're really excited about some of the new shows that we're going to have. And by the way, you're talking to we don't have hardly any social media. Okay, we're not complaining. The very first time I did TV had hundreds of thousands of followers, hundreds of thousands. Hi, that's Amber behind me with Capone. See that? There you go. There's Capone. And with hundreds of thousands of followers, and on Facebook, thousands and thousands of followers. I mean, we had quite a following at the time, and I was one of the very first Bitcoin shows ever on television. Anyway, the when we sold that, that all the social media went with it. Hindsight, I would have kept the social media, but I didn't know any better. I didn't have anybody guiding me. We are we are going to hi once again. Hello, Houston, Corpus Christi, College Station, Beaumont, Lake Charles, Louisiana, Tallahassee, Florida, Washington, D.C., and Denver, Colorado, and all points across the country coming soon. We are so excited. If you see our commercials playing, that's because we're we're starting to do ads. So if you see an ad that has to do with you, call that ad. That's how we support ourselves here on the network. Okay. And then if you stay on the phone for 60 seconds, please do, because we're going to get paid for it. That's how that works. Okay. So please do that. We're going to be running thousands of ads, so don't be mad at us. But that's how we pay for the platform. So we're real excited about what's fixing to go out. I am going to put Bitcoin in front of you here for just a second. We're going to go to commercial break here in about a minute. Exciting things: Pam Bondi, Cash Patel, JFK, the FBI, totally corrupt. There was a time where you'd be afraid to talk about them. Even today, you may be a little cautious, but out of the 15,000, 16,000 FBI agents there in Washington, D.C., over 5,000 of them were working on the J6 and getting President Trump put in prison, which is astonishing. And now that they've been caught, now they're crying like little sissy bitches. Excuse my language, but that's exactly who they are and how they're acting. They're supposed to be the greatest law enforcement agency in the world, and it turns out to be a bunch of cowards who are trying to kill our country. Anyway, that's my opinion on it. We are an unapologetically God first, faith driven believers who prioritize in family, freedom, unwavering principles, and unwavering principles. We stand firmly behind President Trump's leadership, are staunch defenders of the First Amendment. And you've seen what happened today in the press conference, where a couple of the news agencies got called out. One of them lost their $8 million a month funding. Isn't that crazy? Wow, is all I got to say. Wow. Put them out of business in one day. Unable to meet payroll. Bam, gone. And we're a believer in the fundamental right to self-protection. Our values are rooted in faith, strength, and common sense. We are not liberals by any measure. By any measure. So that's the kind of content you're going to get on our television station here at Smart Money Culture, on our television network. So as we're starting to broaden across the country, and we're excited to be able to support ourselves. So please, if you see an ad and it has anything to do with you, gold, rehab, debt collection, whatever it may be, then call that number. Stay on the phone for at least 60 seconds and listen to what they have to say. You don't have to buy something or do the service, but at least stay on for 60 seconds. That's how we're going to get paid, and that pays for the platform. Down the road, we'll do other type ads that'll help our network out as we're starting to grow, and we're very excited about that as we start to hire a sales team and that stuff. But right now, just to start, we're putting these ads on, and so you'll see a lot of them. And once again, don't be afraid if something, if it comes to your attention, call that number and listen for at least a minute. 60 seconds is the minimum, and then we get paid. And that's the way it works. And advertisers pay for eyeballs, so they know down the road, as the eyeballs start coming in and the phone calls start going in on these 800 numbers, then they'll pay us up front like other advertisers. But with low powered television networks, by the way, I think we're going to do a format on this very first show here. We're going to do a format of 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 8 minutes. Okay. And I'm going to try. I may screw it up. Oh, we're going to have some fun. Okay. You're watching the Fly Mackey Show, and I'm your host, of course, Fly Mackey. We're going to go to commercial break. You guys will be right back. Or will we? We're going to be back. Are we going to commercial break? Not yet. Okay, hold on a second. They're telling me we're not going to commercial break. We are. What are we doing? Okay. All right, let's do it. You ready? Hold tight. Okay. So we're going to stay on for a little bit, and then we'll go to commercial break. Okay. All right. So once again, Welcome to the Fly Mackey Show here on Smart Money Culture TV. I'm your host, Fly Mackey, and I can't believe we get to do this. Wow, is all I got to say. Oh, boy. A lot going on in the news. Bitcoin, XRP, BSV, the FBI. Wow, is all I got to say. President Trump doing massive executive orders, negotiations. The United States is probably going to take over Gaza. Yeah, we're probably going to get Greenland. That conversation is moving forward. We've already started moving forward on the Panama Canal. A lot of things happening in the news. Tariffs have gone in. You know, a lot going on with deportation and stuff like that. That's kind of died down. But, I'm telling you, there's a lot of people exiting. And, I have some strong opinions on that, but I'm going to leave that one alone for a while, okay? Just bear with me on that one. But a lot of things going on. We're not so much political here, but we have some content creators that are coming on. Hopefully, we have the great Christopher Inks coming on. Now, Christopher is a homegrown boy right here in the great state of Texas, and this guy is a world-class analyst, trader, comes to trading crypto and the stock market, and teacher extraordinaire. He's very opinionated. I don't know if he'd call himself opinionated, but he knows how to quash an argument in the most magnificent ways. You're going to really enjoy if we get Christopher Inks onto our network, which I believe we are. So I'm just putting that out into the universe. Christopher Noggle and Stephen Nagy and their crew, really excited about having those guys and gals on. And forgive me for the third one. Who is that? Now I gotta know. Now I gotta know. Let's go back to my calendar. Where's my calendar at? I just had it up. No, we're not launching the meeting. No. I clicked on the deal and I'm just trying to launch it. Shauna Decker, Stephen Nagy, and Christopher Noggle. Real excited. We have a meeting with these guys and gals, and I'm telling you, world class, infinite banking, the money school. These three individuals are the top of their class in what you call world class speakers, teachers, and authors of the infinite banking structure concept, how to become your own banker. Real excited. And hopefully they come onto the network and we can sign them. It's going to be magnificent to get those four people and their crew on here. So real excited. Okay. So besides that, real excited to have to talk about. I got to be careful, okay? Because I've been talking about the FBI, and in my opinion, cowards and traitors of this great country, how it's been infiltrated by communists and people who are trying to overthrow our government. Out of the almost 16,000 FBI agents there in the Washington, D.C. area, over 5,000 of them were involved in the J6 debacle, that trying to entrap. And I said this on a show because our sources told us that there was hundreds, if not thousands, of FBI agents and CIA. You're going to find out there was some CIA agents there and some other agencies there, but mainly the FBI there that was pretending to be Trump supporters. And we did this story several times where our sources told us that the FBI, the good thing is it's called having receipts. We have receipts for these stories because we broadcast them here on television. Anyway, came to find out today that over 5,000 97,000 FBI agents were part of that J6. So, wow, they need to be fired. They're cowards and traitors to this country, as far as I'm concerned. And possibly a good number of them need to be prosecuted for sure, probably in the hundreds. But whatever, get them out of D.C., send them down here where the IRS agents are going to come in. Anyway, you hope the best for the country. And they're supposed to be the number one, the greatest law enforcement agency in the world, and especially here in the United States. And you want our law enforcement to be good, kind enforcers, protectors, and defenders of Americans, not what they've done. And it's going to come out, but we knew it was going to come out. We knew it was going to come out when President Trump got elected. So, some of these things are going to be really hard for us to take, but we're big boys and we're big girls, so we're going to be able to handle it. Okay, just make sure you tell your friends and families about the Fly Mackey Show and Smart Money Culture TV. If they're not in the area, they can go to Smart Money Culture TV .tv, and you can watch us on our website. So whatever we broadcast out to the world out there goes right back, broadcast to homes in cities there in Texas, Louisiana, etc. Goes right back to our website 24 hours a day. Okay, so I don't want to beat this subject up too much, but the FBI there has turned out to be we knew this was coming. This day was coming, so I won't get too far out there today. Let's look at Bitcoin right now. Look at this right here, trading at 97,706, and let's see what happens. This is a 4-hour chart, and from up here where it hit its all-time highs to right here, they're at 108, they're at 109, and then this was back in the 20th of January, and now we are some 15 days later, 16 days later, and we're down to 97,000. So it's come down about $11,000, give or take. It's been descending. You see that? You always want to kind of try to take a look there. See that? From the high, that's where it's at. Once again, there's a better picture of it, of the trajectory of where Bitcoin is going, where it's sitting right at $97,752 as we speak there. The volume traded today, 131 billion. That's high, but wow. Typically it's trading about 30, 40 billion a day. Today it's traded 131 billion. That's a lot of volume. Wow, that is just amazing. Trading volume here in the last 24 hours, 68 billion 730 million. There you go, right there. Market cap $1.9 trillion. I want to take a look at the okay, I was told we're going to commercial break. You've been watching the Fly Mackey Show. We'll be right back. For those of you on social media, we're still on commercial break here. I'm just looking at, it's just amazing what's going on. We're going to look at a little news here in just a second. Here we go. And we are live right now. No, what happened? Did they override me? What are we doing here? Oh, we have another playlist in there. That's why. And there we are. All right, guys and gals. Fly Mackey here. We're back with the Fly Mackey Show here on Smart Money Culture TV. And oh boy, I can't believe we get to do this. Can you? Such exciting things going on. I mean, Bitcoin, wow. Trading at $97,609 as we speak. XRP trading at $2.43. Wow. Ooh. It is. Yeah, so after it went to its all-time, to its highs over here, 341 or 342 right there, 341, it's been descending, going sideways, tried to pump up again, didn't work, and then it took a dip there, going all the way down to $1.80. Wow, is all I got to say. That's just incredible. $2.43, 2.4368 cents is drawn out into four points after the dot there. So that's just amazing. Let's look at the market cap over here. We're looking at $19 billion for the day. $19 billion in trading volume in the last 24 hours. Market cap $112 billion. This is a coin to look out for. I mean, this is definitely a coin to look out for. There's a lot of coins to look out for, but I think this is one of them because they're starting to get a mass adoption with some of the banks and different places over there. Definitely Bitcoin. Michael Saylor, who's him and MicroStrategies have just been amazing what they've done. But him talking about Bitcoin going to 13 million, he's already set the benchmark. So people are thinking about that. But I've been talking about this for a long time because you have, for those of you who don't know, we'll talk about it. We'll do a whole show about what's inside of Bitcoin, what makes Bitcoin a Bitcoin, what makes it so valuable, etc. We'll do more shows on that. But in my belief, Bitcoin's going to 100 million. Okay, will it go into in our lifetime? Oh yeah, unless the institutional guys come in and destroy it. You've got 348 million, give or take, owners of some bit of Bitcoin, from a few Satoshis to, thousands of Bitcoin and everything in between. And, 300 million of them are from out of this country. So how the United States can control it, good luck on that. They're going to buy some. The United States government is the largest holder of Bitcoin now. You'll find out that the FBI is the one who owns the majority of it. And then the country of China is the second largest holder. And then Michael Saylor with MicroStrategies. And so, and they've got 220 or 200, and he's buying at highs. He's buying at 100. If it was $1 million, they'd still be buying it because he knows, in his belief, it's going to 13 million. I believe it's going to 100 million. So you don't have to have a lot of it. That's good stuff. I'm losing some weight because I am fat. I'm sending out a letter. I want you guys to look at y'all just take a look at this. Let's go back over to Bitcoin. Let's take a look. Just watch Bitcoin here for a second. We'll be right back. Y'all don't go anywhere. I was told we're going to commercial break. You guys hang on. We'll be right back with the Fly Mackey Show. Hold tight. And we are back, and we're watching XRP right now, and where it's trading at $2.43, 2.4384 cents. Crypto's done a little bit different than the dollars because they take the cents there and they draw it out a couple of more decimals there, a couple of more numbers. This is just amazing. This is the chart. This is where I was drawing on this for a while. This is back in November when I first started this, and this is the trajectory that I put it on, and here's where it's traveled. So you see it traveled above this, and then below it here, and then went right back up, and now it's below it. And I think what you're going to see here is you're going to see this sometime soon, heading back up here again. I think that the next benchmark for this is somewhere between $5 and $7, and then ultimately I think it's heading to $23, and then we'll talk about that later, where I think XRP is going. As far as Bitcoin is concerned, I think the next major hurdle for Bitcoin is going to be about 155,000 or and then 188.9, right at $188,704, give or take, somewhere in that area, and then 255,000. Could it go from the next high one? I mean, right now, could it go now to 255? Oh yeah, it could go to 255,000. Will it? Who knows? The institutional buyers and sellers are dictating what's going on. This is why Michael Saylor says, don't sell. Like whatever you get, hold on to. That's what Michael Saylor says. We don't give any financial advice, or we're not trying to sway anybody one way or another. We're just putting out, what's going on with it and, kind of talking about it. But you see Bitcoin trading right now, $97,000. We could put let's just leave it here on the 4-hour. All right. We'll do this is the day chart right here. This is what it looks like, you know, when it back in November when it, you know, and I have this thing charted along with XRP back from November. I just deleted this line that I had from here to there. You get rid of that right there. So this is, you know, kind of the trajectory right now. You could put that up like that, or you could put it up like that. Probably the better one. Just like that, at the trajectory of where it's going. Now it's going sideways. I mean, you could do something like that right there too. This is the 5th, so 10 days ago. If you put this where it's been going in the last 10 days, that's what it looks like in the last 10 days. That's the trajectory it's been going for 10 days. Since it hit its all-time high, that's what it looks like from where the top of the candle is from yesterday, and then what's happening now, because in the you know, we're moving over into the new day. Very interesting stuff, I can tell you that. Okay, I think I didn't mess this up. Let's take a look at some news. Let's take a look at a little bit of news and what's going on. Okay, we're going to commercial break. We'll be right back. Y'all stay with us now.
And gentlemen, it is Wednesday, February 5th, 2025. As I've been saying, and I know you noticed this yourself, Elon Musk, President Trump, and their team are in beast rampage mode, total offense, afterburners at maximum, way better than I even imagined they could. You are seeing the desperate criminals running around just telling lies that are biblical in proportion. That is all certified crap on its face. They have filed new articles of impeachment against Trump
We'll be
minutes
right back
ago.
from
They're
commercial
not
break
on
here
the
in just
Federal
a second.
Register
I'm just
yet, but they
watching
say
a little
they've done
stuff.
it. Al Green, the idiot Democrat from Texas.
He is an idiot too.
This is beautiful. And the defense of the crimes they've committed that are just spilling out from the money, the trillions a year being pumped into their criminal organizations run by the CIA, Trump and Musk and us.
We're gonna y'all hold tight. We're gonna be back live here in just a second. What's happening? I love this. I'm on a beef diet. I just broke my little plastic. Here we come. And we are live. I got a mouthful of beef. My dog over here is looking at me crazy. I like to eat on TV. I eat on TV all the time. Let's listen to Alex Jones. This guy's phenomenal. One of the most incredible people I've ever met.
All of us, Texas Democrat to bring first articles of impeachment of Trump's second term. He's done this many times, but this is the latest in this administration. Democrat rat, Representative Al Green of Texas, said today that he has just brought articles of impeachment against Donald Trump over the alleged threat of ethnic cleansing in Gaza. On Tuesday, Trump said during a news conference with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, the United States wants to take over the Gaza Strip, drawing backlash from some lawmakers and praise from others. The movement to impeach the president has begun. I raise the announcement that I will bring articles of impeachment against the president for the dastardly deeds proposed and dastardly deeds done, Green said Wednesday. All Trump did was propose it and pay people, give them money to move somewhere nice. During Trump's first term, 2017-2019, Green, who represented the Houston area, unsuccessfully attempted to impeach the president on 3 separate occasions. So they are beyond scared.
The government fears Alex Jones, who has the largest audience in...
Thank you!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Wednesday, February 5th, 2025.
All their money just got cut off.
You notice this yourself.
All their money just got cut off. All that money laundering.
Are in beast rampage mode, total offense, afterburners at maximum, way better than I even imagined.
Trump is better equipped. President Trump is better equipped this time.
You're seeing the desperate criminals running around just telling lies that are biblical in proportion. That is all certified crap on its face. They have filed new articles of impeachment against Trump minutes ago. They're not on the federal registry yet, but they say they've done it. Al Green, the idiot Democrat from Texas. This is beautiful. And the defense of the crimes they've committed that are just spilling out from the money, the trillions a year being pumped into their criminal organizations run by the CIA, Trump and Musk and us, all of us, we are over the target. Now, the developments are so incredible that I'm going to do my very best to go over it all here and break the latest information as it comes out. But what has been revealed, and then what Trump's doing, Trump offered to have all the employees of the CIA quit and buy them out.
I would love that.
And then under the law, if they don't accept that, he says all of them, knowing it's the bad ones that'll quit, then under the law, they have no recourse when he fires them. That's why he's doing that. All of the CIA.
Wow.
That's how you abolish an agency. And then, of course, Trump won't completely get rid of it. He'll just put his people in.
Mm-hmm.
So
massive amounts of his own people.
Then Doge is inside the FBI. They've been there for 2 days. I told you big stuff's about to break. The FBI has been illegally paying all sorts of groups to infiltrate, to set people up.
Trump.
They paid the provocateurs. They had thousands of them there on January 6th. The FBI director perjured himself to Congress. He's already been caught in lies. It's a lot bigger than what's already come out. I mean, for God's sakes, there's video of hundreds of them in Antifa gear putting Trump gear on. I mean, it's ridiculous. And feds that broke through the windows, fake arrests, and taking their handcuffs off and high-fiving them. We have them. So you're hearing the media, oh, it's about the J6 committee and the illegal stuff it did, destroying evidence, witness tampering, paying people, falsifying evidence. No, that's a small part of it. It's the people that ran the J6 in Congress with Pelosi quarterbacked the attack with a special FBI unit. We already know the name. We know who did it. Just as we told you, it was police planning the bombs, D.C. police finding the bombs. That's all come out now. So this is total annihilation happening right now of the enemy. It's just unbelievable. And we are entering now the maximum danger point of the globalists hitting the panic button and setting off hidden suitcase nukes we know they have. They may do it. They will still be defeated regardless. Stay with us. It is Wednesday, February 5th, 2025. I'm your host, Alex Jones, coming to you from deep in the heart of Texas, broadcasting worldwide.
Good stuff, Alex. They're cussing here, so can't do that one. This guy right here, he says President Obama should be executed for being tried for after being tried for crime. He definitely should be tried for crimes.
Traveled internationally with Jeffrey Epstein, and he was on the plane called the Lolita Express because it supposedly had a bed in there where Jeffrey Epstein had young girls. He has been a friend of his, a continuing friend of his for years and years. Contrast that with Donald Trump, who hasn't spoken to him in many years, over a decade, after he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago for bad behavior. So that's the difference there. And I think Americans
rhetoric from our side of the aisle, from Republican leaders on Capitol Hill, I think there would be a lot more outrage in this room today. It's unacceptable, the comments that have been made by these Democrat leaders, and frankly, they don't even know what they're talking about. Because President Trump was elected with a mandate from the American people to make this government more efficient. He campaigned across this country with Elon Musk, vowing that Elon was going to head up the Department of Government Efficiency, and the two of them, with a great team around them, were going to look at the receipts of this federal government and ensure it's accountable to American taxpayers. That's all that is happening here. And for Democrat officials to incite violence and encourage Americans to take
they need to be arrested.
To the streets is incredibly alarming, and they should be held accountable for that rhetoric.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. This is a minute 40.
And they don't seem to appreciate at all that who are driving policy, the media, politicians, they've never bothered to learn anything about climate change. And they don't seem to appreciate at all that the cost and affordability of energy is simply intimate to human well-being. It always has, everywhere and always. So these two ignorances about the importance of energy and about real facts about climate change
not saving the planet,
are driving just a massively destructive movement. Not just destructive to the economic well-being of humans, but I speak in schools, it's turning people away from science, and I mean science, this process of questioning and challenging, not the science, this sort of top-down, mandates that justify what people want to do anyway, that has nothing to do with climate change. And how has it gone so far? So we're 20 years, $2 trillion of subsidies. In the year 2000, the world got 86% of its total primary energy from fossil fuels. So last year, in 2020, that 86% plunged all the way down to 84%. So calling this an energy transition, and everyone in my industry does that, The investment banks, the companies, you're supposed to write an ESG report apologizing that you're in our industry and how you're going to get out someday and your energy transition strategy. Well, the low-hanging fruit is the start. That's the electricity sector in rich countries. If 20 years and that much money drove us from 86 to 84, that's not an energy transition at all.
No. In 20 years, do you hear that? In 20 years, we dropped fuel consumption or fossil fuel using, what they drill out of the earth, 2%. Come on, man. That means they're robbing us. They're stealing from us. They're making us do things that we don't want to do. The few are fueling this. Here's another stat for you. 44% of Americans, or closer to 48, don't pay taxes. Those folks for sure should not even have the right to vote, in my opinion. Why should they? All right, I want to hear.
Modesto, but it's not really happening.
Yeah, you can talk to them.
I've tried.
About that,
I've called them, and they're not calling me back. So we're now getting really involved, and now we're going to bring something legal against your company.
Okay, well, you can talk to them about that for
I know,
sure.
but I want you to know, though, like, we are real people underneath what you're doing. You spray right over our houses. We hear you. We know you. We see you. We're watching your planes and your patterns, okay?
Yeah,
it's twice today now. You did 2 flights. 2 3-hour flights.
It's public knowledge, yeah.
Well, it's not really, though. That's the problem. So you have not properly notified our board of supervisors about this. Hi, are you the other pilot? Yes. Hi, what's your name?
Khaled.
Khaled?
Yes.
Okay, hi.
It's not our. We have people at home base that you can talk to about that stuff.
But they've not called back. So now we're getting to the point where we're getting our supervisors involved. So the supervisors of our county needs to be notified. They've not been notified. You've been doing this for 30 years. I know it's a long time. You guys are like,
yeah, they've been killing us for 30 years. They're killing us on purpose. All right, hold on a second.
To understand about the billions, if not trillions of taxpayer dollars that we are hemorrhaging to these foreign countries or to these US-based NGOs is like the start date, the end date, and maybe 50-word summary, and who it's going to. And the summary is typically something along the lines of countering disinformation. And the group that it's going to, sometimes it's an undisclosed foreign recipient or undisclosed domestic recipient, and there's nothing you can do to understand who that money's going to. But more precisely, and this is reporting that Raheem Kassam and I had did over at the National Pulse years ago, we had looked up on Google Maps dozens of the addresses of the so-called, fact-checking grant recipients or the misinformation grant recipients. They're shacks on the side of the road. They're non-existent entities. It is clean and simple, pure and simple money laundering. Moreover,
ooh, straight up money laundering. Yeah, why did we give the World Economic Forum $52.5 million? Good question. Good question. All right, hold on. This is 2 minutes.
The Hillary Clinton email investigation about what the Obama Justice Department ordered federal lawyers to do and not to do concerning the Hillary Clinton email investigation. Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge tells us in sworn testimony on Capitol Hill, one of the insiders told lawmakers what she was told.
During closed-door testimony last summer, former FBI lawyer Lisa Page said the Obama administration's Justice Department advised the FBI not to pursue the gross negligence statute for Hillary Clinton in the mishandling of classified information. Former U.S. Attorney and House Republican John Radcliffe led the line of questioning about the statute.
Who's now the CIA director. It's an old story.
Think I've ever seen a primetime cable news anchor manipulate his viewers.
This guy's married to a guy.
The way Mr.
This guy's married to another guy who dresses as a woman. It's fact. Everybody in DC knows it. It's not like conspiracy. Let's listen to this.
Let's cheer for the men and women of USAID. Saves lives, makes peace, protects our planet, stabilizes our world.
Sure it does.
Does great work. Let's cheer for the men and women of USAID. If Doge wins and our foreign aid is completely shut down, if Elon Musk wins and our foreign assistance completely ends, who will cheer and who will win? The cartels will win, terrorists will win, Russia will win, China will win.
Nobody believes
This
these
effort
people
is not
anymore.
efficient.
They just don't believe these dummies anymore. Excuse me, but nobody believes them. Yeah. Yeah, this we know. This is pretty much common knowledge here to a lot of people. Maybe not outside of California, but Californians pretty much know that. This is a minute long.
Stop me from accessing their records to understand where our taxpayer money was going. I eventually
We're headed
partnered
to
with
commercial break.
Representative
We'll be right
Mike
back.
McCall in the House, and we started a formal congressional investigation. And even
Those
after
of us
that,
still
they
here,
really pushed back, only
release this
allowed us access to a small amount of data. But what we found was extreme expenditures on the part of USAID with very little data-driven results. We have seen money funded in the Wuhan virology through dollars steered by USAID, dangerous coronaviruses. We saw how that turned out. We've seen funding going to Morocco for pottery classes, tourism in Lebanon, of all places, even when the State Department was advising against travel. I could go on
Who
and
wants to go
on
to
and
Lebanon?
on.
We're having war over there. Come on. Here's our buddy Christopher Inks. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Bitcoin's not even close to being at its top. That thing's going to tens of millions of dollars. Now that would be amazing. That would be a novel idea, but really smart. All right, let's see what Maxine has to say. Oh yeah, this is old. This lady right here is a tough bird. She's a tough lady. We are coming back from commercial break any second now, I think. This is interesting. We love coming live. We're going to have some really good show hosts coming up soon. And we're back. Welcome back to the Fly Mackey Show. I'm your host, Fly Mackey, broadcasting out of the great state of Texas here in Houston. And, we're also in Corpus Christi, College Station, Beaumont, Texas, Lake Charles, Louisiana, Washington, D.C., Denver, Colorado, and coming to a state near you, hopefully Phoenix, Arizona, where my home is. It'd be exciting to be able to have a channel there. And I think we're about this close to getting one there. That'd be real exciting. We've been placing ads here the last couple of days. We've been putting ads in so that we can support ourselves. So if you see an ad and it has an 800 number to it, take a snapshot of it and then call the number. And none of them have QR codes. They're also doing something with, we did a podcast yesterday with a young fellow, Raphael, who's going to wind up doing a show, I believe, about insurance. And the insurance companies right now are desperate for you to get a new roof if you have a 3-tab roof. I mean, they are paying for it. So 99% chance they're going to pay for it, because what happens is it takes the liability out of their hands now and puts it back on the manufacturer and the warranty. So if you have a 3-tab shingle roof and insurance pays for it, you'll have to get a licensed, bonded, insured, and certified, manufacturer certified contractor to do the work. And then the manufacturer stamps that warranty. They put your name in the books there at the manufacturers for those shingles and the material that was put on there, because there's a whole system that they do. And now it takes insurance's hands, liability completely out of that. So for the next 50 years, if you have any problems, you go to the manufacturer, not insurance. And they are desperate to get as many people that have a 3-tab shingle roof. They're desperate for you to get a new roof. Okay, anybody can get it who has it. And if you don't have a 3 shingle, not tile, not the tile, but anybody who has a shingle roof, you just look out for those shows, because those are coming. Okay, let's get back to a little bit of news here on Twitter. New York Times is government funded. Oh yeah. Now we know that New York Times got what did they get, $100 million or $300 million? Gave the New York Times tens of millions of dollars over the past 5 years, despite paying relatively little money to the New York Times in the years preceding 2021. For instance, in August 2024, the U.S. government awarded $4.1 to the New York Times. It's much higher than that, I think. It's 19. Yeah, there you go. The bulk of the funds came from the U.S. Department of Health, Human Services at $26 million, followed by National Science Foundation for $19 million. They got a total of what? 30, 40, $50 million. Wow. Oh, they're just now getting to uncovering. This is why all these Democrats, the liberal left, is so desperate to try to stop it. Y'all pray for President Trump. You see this? Taliban, USAID. Of course, they're paying for all of this.
If you'd like to gather around me, I think I'm going to be okay. Come on. Come on. Secret Service is worried about them? If we have to worry about them, we have big problems. Okay, do you want to have it? You want to do this? Watch what I do, and then I'm going to give you some pens, okay? You ready? What a nice picture this is, huh, Governor? You ready? We'll do a good job. Wait, let me press that. I want to make this a really good signature, because this is a big one, right? Oh, I think we have a 10. We have a 10.
God bless you, Mr. President.
Pretty good, huh? Okay? Good. Now you're going to go out and win those events, right? Good. Nice to see you all. Great going, everybody. Nice to see you. Thank you, kids. Here, take a pen. I'll give some of these out, okay? Take a pen. Take a pen.
Thank you so much.
Where's Riley?
Amazing. Amazing stuff. Holy cow, that little girl behind him, though, she wanted the pin and he didn't give it to her. Look at her, she's looking at him like, you missed me. Oh. Okay. This is the Iraqi Sesame Street. They gave 20 million to. Okay, I can't watch any more of that. Yeah, you're right, Carrie Lake. Fake news is brought to the United States by the United States government with our tax dollars. Yeah, they're all being exposed. Yeah, there goes a bunch of his funding and his money. Although I hear he's not that rich. Okay. I hope I can do this without.
Things are depending on us to win all the things. NEA, we have to win all the things. All the things.
Okay, I can't listen to that. All right, let's see what she says.
Individuals get the funding that they need. And I would just say a strong message to Democrats who are out there pretending to be outraged about the long list of crap that this administration is cutting, federal waste and funding, like $2 million for sex changes in Guatemala, $6 million to fund tourism in Egypt, $20 million on a new Sesame Street show in Iraq, $4.5 million to combat disinformation in Kazakhstan. I could go on, and I'm happy to provide this list to every single one of you. Democrats are outraged that the American people want to be, they want their taxpayers going to good uses, not stuff like this. But then they're very quiet about the fact that there are still North Carolinians and people in California who have lost everything. And in the last 4 years, this federal government did nothing to help them. This president will continue to put Americans first. And I think the successes of this week so far speak to that. And it's only Wednesday. So I'll see you guys later this week, and we'll see you this afternoon.
Yeah, this guy's a traitor to our country. He's not even a U.S. citizen. Maybe he is. I don't know. I think they said he was born in sorry about that. I think they said he was born in Hawaii, I believe. But definitely he's been a booger. I don't think he was a good president. I'm not actually against him, but I think maybe he just wasn't such a good president. Not anymore. Tuberville was a heck of a coach. Social Security Administration has terminated its contract with the Gender X Initiative marker and removed all references to gender ideology from public-facing applications. And there you go. Smart move. Yeah, CBS, nobody cares. Interesting. Okay, let's just kind of
And I
watch this for a
rise
second.
today, Mr. Speaker, with a to whom it may concern message. To whom it may concern, ethnic cleansing in Gaza is not a joke, especially when it emanates from the President of the United States, the most
That's
powerful.
not even worth listening to. What a idiot that guy is. Like President Trump made the Palestinians butcher all those Jews. And come on, man. I'm sad to say he's a Texan, and he's over the district here in Houston where I'm at. Yeah.
You proud, and I will make. Thank you, President Trump. I've known you for many, many years, and I will not let you down. I am truly honored that you have asked me to take on this role, and I will make you proud, and I will make this country proud. Thank you, President.
He was paid $4 million to take photos with Zelensky. Interesting. Oh, he's been a big, staunch defender of all this liberal stuff. His dad would roll over in his grave. All right, I think I've seen enough of this stuff. We're going to go to commercial break, they say. We will be right back here in just a minute. Interesting stuff. What's going on here? She caused her own problems. I think she can. All right, enough of that. Interesting stuff. A lot of good stories here. A lot of good stories. Just a lot of really, really good stories. No, do not want to hear about that today. Was looking at that earlier this morning. Here's Christy Van. This is Chris. This is
So I wanted to
Christy Van right here with Fantastic. She does velocity banking. We highlight her shows all the time. She's an amazing human being. Hopefully they get her confirmed Tulsa Gabbard.
Joining us for his first interview since joining the administration.
Texas can transfer to the United States of America a value of well over $5 or $6 billion of real assets on the ground that Texas put in place that will continue to secure the United States for decades to come.
Did any of them fly to Guantanamo?
So what Texas is
Texas
seeking,
can afford to. They shouldn't be asking the government. They're bigger,
so what-
as big as the government. Well, not quite as big, but you get my point, right? Let's go back over here to X a little bit, and then we're gonna look at some crypto here in just a second, okay? Yeah, this guy needs to retire. I mean, straight up, he needs to retire. Look at him looking at him. He's just standing there like a bumbling idiot. He just fell down. We don't want anything happen to these guys, but come on, man. He can't even talk. Like, why do they put him up there like that? It's embarrassing. Like, why do they do that? That's so embarrassing. All right. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. Let's go to Bitcoin right here. Take a look real quick. We got a few minutes and then we're going to go back to regular programming. It's been good to be with you guys tonight. We're right now, let's just see here. Bitcoin trading right at $97,716 as we speak. In the last 24 hours, it traded $46.8 billion. Pretty steady. That's pretty much what it does daily, give or take. This is an amazing coin. I mean, it's just an amazing asset. This thing's going to $100 million. Who knows when? But, you know, we have to get over to the first $1 million hurdle first. Once we get there, then it's a whole new ball game for sure. It'll go to the millions. Interesting to see this. What's happening? Let's go to a this is a 1 minute chart right here. This is what's happening now. You can see over the last few hours how it's been creeping up. This is a 1 minute chart. You see this? How it's traveled over the last, mainly just going sideways for the last several hours. It's an interesting chart there. Okay, it won't let me. It won't let me doing it without upgrading it. So we'll stick to the 1 minute. But you see what it's done here a few hours ago and how it's been heading up slowly since it went to the bottom there today. There's where the bottom is today. Right there. 96,176, give or take, something like that. It's pretty amazing. Once again, the daily trading volume, $46 billion for the day. Market cap, $1.9 trillion, just under $2 trillion. It is so far ahead of the rest of the crypto market. Let's take a look at XRP right here. This is a 4-hour chart right here. Anyway, it's pretty exciting to see what's happening here. It's very exciting to see what's happening here with XRP. See here, it's the daily volume here. $19 billion in volume today with a market cap of $112 trillion. That's an old story. Oh, look at there. Look who's live right here. Look who's live right there. You can see Fly Mackey, who's live on television. Trump CIA buyout. He's offered them all to get the heck out. Yeah, who's going to listen to him? That was her doctor. Her doctor was at the concert. Interesting stuff. A lot of good stuff here. This news is way better than what you see, from legacy media for sure. A lot of good news here on YouTube and X and Instagram. And that was earlier today, Benny. All right. A lot of good news, but let's get back to what's going on here with Bitcoin trading at 97,000. Let's get rid of this. Go back to the 4-hour chart. And this is the trajectory where it's been going. Could we be heading back up? Oh yeah, we could. Are we? Oh yeah, we're not even close to being at the top. Bitcoin's all-time high. We're heading to 188.7 thousand, and then 255,404, give or take. Yeah, when? That's to be seen. Okay, we're going to go to one more commercial break. We'll be back in just a minute. Y'all don't go anywhere. Let's see here. It's really interesting to see what's going on with this is XRP. This is a 4-hour chart. And you see where it's been. I still think we might wind up seeing a bigger dump from Bitcoin. Who knows? Depends on what the institutional buyers and sellers are wanting to do. I mean, they're going to have their way. By the way, when you're watching these commercial breaks, those of you who go to our website and stuff, if that 800 number, if it speaks to you, then call it. I always say take a picture of it so you can call them later, but call them, stay on the phone for at least 60 seconds so we get paid. This is how we're paying our overhead here at the channel. We're going to be back live any minute now. You've been watching the Fly Mackey Show here on Smart Money Culture TV. And we're back. Welcome back to the Fly Mackey Show here on Smart Money Culture Television, broadcasting out of the great state of Texas here in Houston, Texas, and broadcasting also to Corpus Christi, College Station, Beaumont, Texas, Lake Charles, Louisiana, Washington, D.C., Denver, Colorado, and all points around the United States. Just really glad to have you on here. We're going to wrap it up for the night. It is 11:38 Texas time, and we start off early in the morning. We still got a lot of work to do tonight. Once again, we're running lots of ads on our network now. And how we get paid is if you see something that you like the gold or the gold IRA or whatever it is, and you decide, hey, I want to call them, then call them and talk to them for 60 seconds. Matter of fact, I encourage all of you guys to call them in these different ads. Stay on the phone for at least 60 seconds minimum. And then that's how we get paid, and this pays our overhead. Down the road, we'll do different type of advertising. But for now, this is what we're starting with. This is how we're going to pay our bills. So we ask you to call those numbers, stay on the phone for at least, it does us no good if you don't stay on the phone for at least 60 seconds. You have to stay on the phone for at least 1 minute in order for us to get paid. So when you see a commercial, call that commercial. If it speaks to you, don't call them just to call them. But if you need a rehab, or if you need tax relief, or if you need, if you want to buy some gold or something like that, call the number. If you need attorneys, whatever the commercial is, if you can use it, call them and stay on the phone for at least a minute, 60 seconds. And that's how we get paid. And that's how we're paying for the foundation of the business here. Okay. You've been watching Smart Money Culture TV. We'll see you, right? Are we going away? All right. They just took one of the playlists down that was up there. Okay. You guys, God bless you. Have a great night. This is Fly Mackey with the Fly Mackey Show here on Smart Money Culture TV. We'll see you soon. And that's how you call it.